everyone, Comic Reviewer here, this time reviewing on Toy Story 2. Now, as you know, Toy Story 2 is a 1999 computer animated film that was directed by John Lasseter, as well as being a sequel to the 1995 film A Toy Story. Now, Toy Story 2 was originally meant to be a direct-to-video sequel, but after a few tweaks and that, was made into a proper film. And for the most part, you can kind of tell the animation's a lot more perfected, and it did show you that the team of Pixar took more time with their work than going the whole direct-to-video route. So the premise of the film is meant to be about Woody, who, after his arm gets badly ripped, after Andy sort of mishandles him, we see how Woody feels a little down, and we see how after saving a toy penguin known as Wheezy from being sold in a yard sale, is taken in by a greedy toy collector known as Al. And we see how Woody ends up meeting 3 other toys, one known as Jessie, who is the fun-loving but lovable cowgirl toy, Stinky Pete, who's going to be a toy that's in a box, but there's more truths about him, and Bullseye, who is a toy horse. And we see how Woody quickly sees that he was originally part of a big toy franchise known as Woody's Roundup. And you can kind of tell at first Woody doesn't want to go, but of course, after some gaslighting and manipulation tactics, he ends up getting roped in, and after hearing Jessie's story, as well as being the stories about being put in storage, you can tell his heart's trying to be in the right place, and you can kind of tell it's him realizing at some point Andy is going to grow up and be without him. We also see how Buzz and Mr. Potato Head, Slinky, and the others go out to rescue him. And we do see how Buzz is a bit more mature, and we do see how he starts to see Woody more as a friend now, and does try his way to take on the role of leadership with the other toys. And I think Toy Story 2, in my opinion, has a bit of a message with Woody about accepting the possible future, knowing what is to come, and knowing to accept it when that time comes. And I think there's been moments where we've either been in school, work, or basically wanting to enjoy our normal lives, but at some point we need to grow up, move on, and accept the possibilities that not everything can last forever. And you can kind of tell Woody slowly does accept it, and knows it's something that he's going to be forced to accept. I think when you kind of got Jessie's story with Woody, you can kind of tell Woody does kind of see why Jessie feels the way she does after all that. And you can kind of tell Woody starts to see a lot of himself in Jessie. Keep in mind the point of the first film was that Woody did get jealous of Buzz hogging the spotlight. And I think this really does show you that, yeah, Woody's meant to be a bit more mature, and now kind of realizing that not many other toys have it as easy as he did. I think the point of Stinky Pete, in my opinion, is meant to be like an abusive parent or a kind of manipulative bully, as he's quick to use manipulation tactics to get Woody back, and kind of uses things for his advantage. I think it's clear that he does care about Jessie and Bullseye, but I think it's just clear that he uses Woody more as a manipulation tactic, similar to how an abusive parent makes their kids feel responsible or makes them feel ashamed. I think Stinky Pete could have been redeemed, but it was just kind of clear he was too far gone. And I think with the animation, they really do know how to change their game. They really show you just how far Toy Story's come now. That, yeah, you do see that the toys are a bit more polished. You do see that the animation is a bit more upgraded. And I think at the same time, it's kind of interesting how there's a bit more promotional material for the Buzz Lightyear of Star Command TV show. Like, you have Emperor Zurg, more into sort of Buzz Lightyear's story, and you can tell they really do strengthen their game on this. I think, to me, Toy Story 2 is a pretty good film. It's a message about accepting the possible future and realizing what's more important than something that's thrust and put onto you. So I think the film definitely deserves a thumbs up. Still good and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.